You're lying in bed, completely unconscious, maybe even drooling on your pillow, and yet your body is torching calories like a furnace that someone forgot to turn off. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick around because I'm about to share the weird science behind why some people can literally melt fat while they sleep. And by the end of this video, you'll discover the surprising bedtime ritual that could help you burn an extra 400 calories without lifting a finger. Plus, I'll reveal the common kitchen mistake that's secretly sabotaging your metabolism every single day. Now, before you think I've completely lost my mind and started selling magical weight loss fairy dust, let me tell you a little story. There's this guy named Dave, not his real name because I don't want him getting too famous, who used to be the type of person who gained weight just by looking at a donut. Meanwhile, his roommate Jake could demolish an entire pizza at midnight and wake up somehow looking leaner than the day before. Dave always thought Jake had won some kind of genetic lottery, but it turns out the difference wasn't in their DNA. It was in their daily habits that were either cranking up or completely shutting down their metabolic engines while they slept. See, your body is basically like a smartphone that never really turns off. Even when you're sleeping, it's running background apps, pumping blood, breathing, repairing tissues, and yes, burning calories. This is called your resting metabolic rate. And here's the kicker. It accounts for about 70% of all the calories you burn in a day. That means the majority of your calorie burning happens when you're not even trying. But here's where things get interesting. Some people's metabolic smartphones are running like the latest iPhone with all the bells and whistles, while others are stuck with what feels like a flip phone from 2003. The good news, you can upgrade your metabolic operating system, and it starts with understanding the secret control center that most people completely ignore. Hidden in your neck, right below your Adam's apple, sits a butterfly-shaped gland that's basically the CEO of your metabolism. Your thyroid is like the thermostat of your body's calorie-burning furnace. When it's happy and well-fed with the right nutrients, it cranks up the heat. When it's starving for what it needs, your metabolism slows down to a crawl. Now here's the plot twist that nobody talks about. You know that trendy sea salt that everyone's obsessing over? The stuff that costs 3 times more than regular salt and supposedly makes your food taste like it was blessed by ocean gods? Well, it might actually be sabotaging your fat-burning potential. Your thyroid desperately needs iodine to function properly, but sea salt contains almost none of it. Meanwhile, regular old table salt, the stuff that health influencers love to shame, is actually fortified with iodine specifically to keep your thyroid happy. The World Health Organization discovered that 35% of people worldwide aren't getting enough iodine, which means over 2 billion people are walking around with sluggish metabolisms without even knowing it. When one research team gave zinc supplements to people with deficient levels, something remarkable happened. One participant's metabolism shot up by over 500 extra calories burned per day after just 2 months. By 4 months, they were torching an additional 992 calories daily. That's like getting a free hour-long workout while sitting on the couch watching Netflix. But wait, there's more to this metabolic puzzle. Remember Dave from earlier? He discovered that switching his cooking oil made a surprising difference. Instead of using regular vegetable oils, he started cooking with coconut oil, which contains special fats called medium-chain triglycerides. These aren't your average fats, they're like the sports cars of the fat world. They get metabolized so quickly that they actually boost your metabolic rate by about 5% for up to 6 hours after eating them. Think of it this way. Regular fats are like taking the scenic route through your digestive system, while MCTs take the express highway straight to your liver where they get converted into immediate energy. Your body has to work harder to process them, which means more calories burned just from eating. Now, if you really want to supercharge this whole sleeping, fat-burning thing, you need to understand the protein secret that bodybuilders have known for decades. Protein is like hiring a personal trainer for your metabolism. Every time you eat it, your body has to work overtime just to digest, process, and store it. We're talking about burning 15 to 30% of the protein calories you consume just through the act of eating them. So if you have a 200-calorie chicken breast for dinner, your body automatically burns 30 to 60 of those calories just breaking it down. It's like getting a discount on your calorie intake without even trying. But here's the really cool part. Protein also helps you build and maintain muscle tissue. And muscle is metabolically expensive real estate. Each pound of muscle burns about 68 calories per day, even when you're doing absolutely nothing. This is where the story gets even more interesting. People with more muscle mass don't just burn more calories, they also become more efficient at using the food they eat. Their muscles act like metabolic sponges, soaking up glucose from their bloodstream and storing it as energy instead of letting it get converted to fat. It's like having a high-performance engine that can handle more fuel without storing it in the wrong places. But perhaps the most surprising metabolism booster is something you do every day without thinking about it: drinking water. Here's what blew my mind when I first learned this. Drinking just 2 cups of water can increase your metabolic rate by 30% for up to 40 minutes. And if you drink cold water instead of room temperature, the effect is even stronger because your body has to burn extra calories to warm it up to body temperature. One study found that people who drank cold water experienced a 25% increase in their metabolic rate for a full hour. Now, we're not talking about massive numbers here. Maybe 24 calories from drinking those 2 cups of water. But if you do this multiple times throughout the day, you could easily burn an extra 100 calories or more just from staying hydrated with cold water. The spice secret is another fun one. You know that burning sensation you get from eating really spicy food? That's capsaicin at work, and it's literally activating a special type of fat in your body called brown fat. Unlike regular fat that just sits there looking jiggly, brown fat is metabolically active. It actually burns regular white fat to generate heat. It's like having tiny furnaces distributed throughout your body that run on your existing fat stores. The cold exposure trick is where things get really wild, though the results vary dramatically from person to person. Some people respond to cold showers or ice baths by cranking their metabolism through the roof. We're talking 400 extra calories burned in some cases. Others barely see any change at all. The average seems to be around 75 extra calories, which isn't life-changing, but isn't nothing either. The key with cold exposure is consistency and intensity. A quick cold rinse at the end of your shower probably won't do much, but if you can handle keeping your room temperature at 66 degrees throughout the day, you'll be burning extra calories constantly as your body works to maintain its core temperature. Just don't cheat by bundling up in sweaters. That defeats the whole purpose. Now here's what's really fascinating about all of this. When Dave started implementing these strategies, he didn't just burn more calories while sleeping. His entire relationship with food changed. Because his metabolism was running more efficiently, he could eat larger meals without gaining weight. He had more energy throughout the day. His sleep quality improved. It was like upgrading from that old flip phone to the latest smartphone. The beautiful thing about boosting your resting metabolic rate is that it works around the clock. While you're sleeping, while you're working, while you're watching TV, your body becomes this efficient calorie-burning machine that never takes a break. You're literally melting fat while unconscious, and that's not some marketing gimmick. That's just good science. So remember, fat loss doesn't have to be about punishing workouts and starvation diets. Sometimes the most powerful changes happen when you're not even trying, when you're fast asleep and dreaming about whatever it is you dream about. Your body can become your biggest ally in this whole process, working for you even when you're completely checked out. The next time someone tells you that losing weight is all about willpower and grinding it out at the gym, you can smile knowing that you've got science on your side and a metabolism that's working over time, even when you're drooling on your pillow.